Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for being here. I'm especially honored to welcome our senior United States Senator Jack Reed, Congressman Patrick Kennedy, Congressman Jim Langevin. I also want to recognize Roberta Aronson, the Executive Director of Childhood-Led Action, and Martin Nee, who is here from HUD, the Program Manager of Healthy Homes. Thank you all for being here. I'd also like to acknowledge their representatives here from St. Joseph's Hospital, and of course Herman from Habitat for Humanity, and so many others who have been involved in the work to create safe and healthy housing for residents in the city of Providence. And I am especially honored to be joined by the members of our federal delegation for this really important announcement. And I want to begin by really thanking Senator Reed, particularly for his national leadership on this issue. As a result of his work and the support of our great Congressman Kennedy and Congressman Langevin, the City of Providence was recently awarded $5.5 million from HUD to remove lead from homes built before 1978. These two grants will allow the city to abate lead from more than 70 houses in the 4 census tracts and more than 120 houses citywide. And this is especially important in a city like Providence when you consider the age of the city's housing stock and the number of families with very young children who live in these homes. Rhode Island Kids Count has estimated that the city of Providence has approximately 8.6% of the children in our city with elevated blood lead levels, and that's an incredibly high statistic. And we all know that the effects of lead on a child's brain development and on lifetime learning is very, very serious. And so this is an incredibly important award that will allow us to improve the lives of so many children and families in this city. The program will work like this. Income-eligible homeowner occupants will receive grants covering 50% of the overall cost of repairing or replacing walls, ceilings, stairwells, casings, and windows. If the property owner keeps the property for more than 5 years, then this grant will be forgiven. The remaining 50% of the project will be covered by zero-interest deferred loans, which become payable only if and when the property is sold. Non-occupant owners will receive similar forgivable grants totaling 25% of the project cost and zero-interest deferred loans to cover the remaining 75% of the project cost. And who is eligible? Homeowners must be considered low income, which is currently 80% of the average median income, which equals $58,550 for a family of 4, although this federal index is likely to change and increase slightly over the following weeks. Where can a homeowner apply? Purpose of today is really to also urge interested homeowners and property owners to contact the city's planning department at 351-4300 and ask about the Lead Safe program. They will help you apply and work with you all throughout the process. And what's particularly important about this announcement today is that obviously the safety and well-being of our children is our most important responsibility, and this program will allow us directly to respond to this issue of lead poisoning of children in the city. But it also provides another benefit. It will substantially assist small and mid-sized construction and renovation firms, help to generate jobs and help to stimulate our economy, and at the same time be improving the quality of life, and particularly the housing stock in the neighborhoods of our city. And I want to end where I began by thanking Senator Reed for his extraordinary leadership and his great advocacy for our city, and our 2 great congressmen who do the same each and every day. We are really fortunate to have such a strong congressional delegation. And with that, I'd like to introduce our senior United States Senator, Jack Reed.
Thank you very much. Well, thank you very much, Mayor Cicilline, not only for those very kind words, but for your leadership here in the city. And I'm delighted to be joined by my colleagues, Congressman Patrick Kennedy and Congressman Jim Langevin. This was a collaborative effort. We worked together to secure this funding for the city of Providence, and a total of $5.5 million to address a problem which is a difficult problem for families to bear. In 2003, I was working with my colleagues Barbara Mikulski of Maryland, Kit Bond of Missouri, both on a bipartisan basis to help develop the lead hazard demonstration project. $2.5 million of that money is coming into the city today in part of this grant. We've worked hard to deal with the problem of lead exposure in children, and the results have been encouraging. A percentage of children with lead poisoning in Rhode Island has significantly decreased from 6.9% in 1999 to 1.9% in 2007. So that is a proof positive that if we invest in safer homes, we'll get healthier children, and we have to keep doing that. As the mayor explained, this program will allow grants and zero-interest loans to homeowners and landlords to pay for a portion of the cleanup. We have to do more, and the President's Economic Recovery Package recognizes this. There's $100 million for lead abatement in the stimulus package, which will be used across the country, and we hope a lot of it here in Rhode Island, to again deal with this problem of exposure by children to lead. We're going to move forward. Last week, in addition to the stimulus package, the President talked about his program to avoid foreclosure. And this week, I'm sure in the next few days, he'll talk about assisting the financial industry to get credit flowing again. But I'm very pleased and very proud to be here with the mayor, with my colleagues in the Congress, and with all of you to announce this program that's going to help families protect children against lead exposure. And now it's with great pleasure that I introduce the senior member of the congressional delegation, my friend and colleague, whose work in this regard matches his work in so many other areas. He's been a great, great friend to every family in Rhode Island. Patrick Kennedy.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you very much, Senator Reed, and thank you very much for your leadership in this effort. It's an honor to work with you, and especially to have you on the Appropriations Committee on the Senate side to be able to help steer back these resources to our state. As our counterpart on the House Appropriations Committee, what a difference it makes for our state to have you on the Senate side helping to make sure these funds come back to Rhode Island. The point I would like to make today, Mayor Cicilline, thank you for your leadership in the city of Providence, and I can't say enough about our colleague, Congressman Langevin, whose district this is in, that'll benefit the most from these funds, for the fact that we need these funds in this area because, like many areas of the state, this area is a hard impact area in terms of the lead poisoning of our city of Providence. But we had lead poisoning in many other parts of this state, in Woonsocket and Pawtucket, in parts of my district that need attention. Congressman Jim Langevin.
Patrick, thank you very much, and it's an honor to be here today with you. And I want to echo many of the words that you just spoke. I'm honored, of course, to be here today with Rhode Island Senior Senator Jack Reed and also with Mayor Cicilline and with many of the community groups that are represented here today as well. First of all, let me say this is a great news story for Rhode Island, for Rhode Island's children and families. I want to particularly recognize and commend Senator Reed for his leadership on lead paint issues. He's really made raising awareness about the dangers of lead paint and all the work that we need to do to mitigate this problem, to protect our children, protect our families. He's really made this the lead paint issue his signature issue, among many others. Protecting our families, protecting our children for every elected official always has to be job one. And that's really what this is about today. Senator Reed also made reference to the stimulus bill that the President just signed into law as well. That's another step in making sure that we're protecting Rhode Island families. With the announcement in the news that there's an additional $100 million in the stimulus bill for protecting Rhode Island families, mitigating the lead paint problem is another great success that this congressional delegation has been played a proud role in, and I was proud when the President signed the bill into law. In addition to protecting, taking steps toward mitigating lead paint in the stimulus, we also have more good news about more money for LIHEAP, more money for food stamps, making sure that there's more support for housing. All these things are, again, job one in protecting Rhode Island's children, protecting Rhode Island families, and I'm proud of the role that I played, along with its congressional delegation, making sure that is accomplished.
Within a short period of time, 159 Melrose Street will join the growing list of lead-safe homes in Providence, safe for young children and their families. Many thanks to the mayor, the city's dedicated staff and the Office of Planning and Development, Senator Reed, and the rest of our congressional delegation. We are beginning to get the lead out in Providence.